All right, everyone. We are on the hour. Can everyone hear me all right?
Yep.
All right. So, I'd like to welcome everyone today to today's course, Advanced Individual Training. My name is Henry Brzezinski. I've been at the CAV for over 6 years now. One of the S7 publishers. I wrote this course. I have a lot of experience teaching this course in Arma 3 and then getting it spun up for Reforger, so you're in good hands today. This course will take approximately 120 minutes, although normally, because we have a smaller group, we might be able to get out earlier than that, depending on how long instruction takes. A few ground rules for today's training. First and foremost, no unauthorized or unsafe weapon discharges at any time, so please make sure to safety and shoulder your weapon when not in use. Please remember this is an official setting, so all rules and regulations of the 7 Cav do apply well in this class. You are encouraged to have a notebook out ready to take notes. Important points will be reinforced for you to remember. If you have a question mark, type a question mark in the global chat, like so, or type it in Discord and I'll be answering as soon as possible. And lastly, have fun. We do these courses for your guys' benefit, and one of the best ways to learn is enjoy the material that you're learning. So, enjoy it. Today we're going to be covering 3 basic things. We are going to be covering the basics of the attack, stages of an attack, and how to conduct a hasty attack. So this course is highly focused on practical training. Most of the course will be conducted as a walkthrough or dry run, an FTX or live fire exercise. So this course is based on the squad hasty attack because it's the one battle drill you will carry out in absolutely every operation. We focus on the hasty attack because if you can carry out a hasty attack, you can carry out a deliberate attack. And if you can do both of those, then you can basically cover about 90% of what we do in operations. So, by the end of this course, you will not be experts, but you will have been taught the basics and practice battle drill 2A, the squad attack. So, let's talk about attacks for the opener here. 2 types. The first is a hasty attack. So a hasty attack is a rapid attack using resources available as they move into the area. It's generally a course of action used after an unexpected contact with the enemy, and is chosen due to considerations such as allowing friendly forces to maintain momentum in the advance, preserving the ability to quickly exploit weaknesses in the enemy's position, and or preventing the enemy from having time to reinforce their position. Now this is opposed to a deliberate attack, which is a pre-planned coordinated engagement of fire and maneuver onto an objective. During those attacks, we typically have pretty good understanding of what we're coming up against. We have good reconnaissance, and the objective itself is most likely too large, too well defended, or has no readily identifiable exposed flanks or weaknesses for a hasty attack to be used. So the deliberate attack features a well-coordinated combined arms assault, utilizing all weapons platforms available in the AO to create weaknesses that can be exploited as part of the plan. This is what we do most often in operations. So, this is focused on the hasty attack, because like I said, if you can do a hasty attack, you can do a deliberate attack. So, there are going to be 2 primary scenarios we will encounter prior to a hasty attack. The first is we see them, they don't see us, or they see us and they engage us. Right? So we engage the enemy first. First thing we're doing, going back to BIT, is we're performing our react to contact drill. So we're dropping, we're moving to cover, and we're going to call out the 3Ds, but we're not engaging. Right? We see them, but they have not engaged us. So there's no need to blow our position by immediately opening up on them. Right? So we want to preserve our ability to engage the enemy on our own terms if we haven't been engaged already. Now, however, when they see us and attempt to engage us first, then we carry out our react to contact drill and then immediately attempt to win the firefight by putting down good coordinated fire onto the enemy position. So, this is the firefight, right? This is the initial engagement with the enemy. During the firefight, fire superiority is key to winning it. When the lead fire team is in contact, they must achieve fire superiority to allow trailing elements time and cover to maneuver. Fire superiority means getting more effective rounds down range than the enemy is returning, forcing them to keep their heads down. This means that at the start of engagement, we will open up with a rapid rate to suppress or kill the enemy. Then the fire will start to slack, and so we adjust down to the sustained rate. And when the enemy fire has fallen off almost completely, we adjust to scan and shoot. This is the process of winning the firefight, right? So if we see them first, they don't see us. We're going to perform a react to contact, hit the dirt, and try to set up a coordinated plan to win that firefight with us starting the engagement. Right? If they see us first and they're putting rounds on us, our priority is to react to contact and then put fire down immediately so we can try to gain the upper hand in that way to fire and win the engagement, win that initial firefight. Right? So, that initial firefight is going to develop into a hasty attack. Now, stages of the attack, 4 of them. All right? The first is the react to contact. Right? We already talked about that. Getting on the ground, performing our 3Ds, and either putting fire down range if we're getting shot at, or setting up a plan to put fire down range if we aren't getting shot at. Once we've done the react to contact, we then move to suppressing the enemy. So once we're in direct contact, we immediately suppress the enemy attempting to win the firefight, right? So we're going to use all of the weapons available in our team. We're going to use our M4s, obviously. We're going to use our 249s. We're going to use our 203s. We're going to use any additional assets that we have inside the team to win that firefight. We focus on destroying things like crew served weapons, machine guns, dangerous enemy elements like that. At the same time, the SL is then going to move forward and determine the next course of action, right? If the SL believes that the squad is capable of conducting an attack, then we move into the attack stage, right? So first stage was react to contact, second is suppress the enemy, third is the attack. So if we can win the firefight, the SL is going to press the attack, assigning one team, typically the team that is like the lead element that's already in contact, to provide supporting fire for the attack, while the other moves to an assault position near the objective using cover and concealment to mount a final assault and clear the objective. So the SL says, alright, this element here, you guys are my SBF, you guys are support by fire, keep putting rounds down range. The other team, you guys are my attack element, here's the direction I'm going to give you to get in with and close with and destroy the enemy, right? We're basically bounding those two fire teams to close with and destroy that enemy force. That's the attack. Lastly, stage 4, consolidate and reorganize. When the attack has successfully cleared the objective, the squad must then consolidate and reorganize. This is commonly known as a reorg. This means getting the squad all back in one place, dealing with casualties, and redistributing weapons and ammunition as required so that they continue on in their mission. So once again, 4 phases of the hasty attack: react to contact, suppress the enemy, attack, consolidate. You'll also hear this referred to as find, fix, and finish. So finding is that react to contact. Fixing is suppressing the enemy, right? We're trying to get them in one place so we can maneuver on them. And then finish is obviously the attack itself, right? We are going to finish or destroy the enemy force. And then once that's done, we perform stage 4, consolidate and reorganize. So with that, Blackburn, what are the 2 types of attack?
For hasty attack, that would be
just the stage. So one of them is hasty. What's the other one?
Okay. Resolidate or come back together, essentially.
No. So
stage 4.
No, so this isn't stages. This is the types of attack, right? So the first attack. That's a hasty
okay.
one.
Hasty. Yeah. Then you have your direct attack. Your basically it's planned.
Deliberate, but yeah, basically.
Yeah, deliberate. Yep.
Johnson, what's the rate of fire that we use to begin an engagement? We're in the firefight. What are we opening up with?
Rapid.
All right. And then Bolt, what are the 4 stages of the hasty attack? So this is what Blackburn was getting at earlier.
So you had the initial attack, and then you had the support by fire, and then you had the assault, and then you had the reconsolidate.
So the last 2 were right. The first 2 were incorrect. So the first one is react to contact, right? That's going to be the first phase or first stage of any hasty attack, right? Getting down 3Ds by returning fire. Second is suppressing the enemy, right? Getting them fixed in position. And then third is attack, 4 is consolidate and reorg. So the last 2 were right. First 2 were wrong.
Okay.
But yeah. So with that, I'm going to get in here. We're going to stay in Discord voice, so I'm going to keep talking to you guys in Discord, but we're going to be moving around in-game. So real quick, I'm going to assign some people out. We'll do color. We don't worry about weapon systems right now. We're just going to kind of get people focused in. Okay. So, we've got an Alpha team and a Bravo team. For this, Flint, you're going to be leading the Bravo team. And I'll be leading the Alpha team, and I'll also be acting as SL when we get into contact. Johnson, if you would please grab a 249 from the box. Thank you. I'll wait for him to come back. So what we're going to do now, while we're getting that set up, is we're going to talk about the actual stage of the hasty attack as a walkthrough. So in this scenario, there is no enemy AI, and we will not be firing our weapons. The objective is first to learn the stages and our role in each stage. So the first step, as we've talked about, is contact with the enemy. Alpha team, if you want to get a wedge on me. Bravo team, if you want to wedge up about 20 meters behind us. And we're just going to march off to the southwest here. And Alpha, you want to get wedge heavy right. All right. Bravo's forming up. And yeah, we're just going to move squad file southwest. Everyone move on me. So what we're doing right now is we're doing a movement to contact, all right? So we have some enemy somewhere ahead of us. We don't know where they are. We know they were around this area previously. We're just moving in the direction towards the last position they were spotted at, so we can attempt to relocate them and perform that hasty attack once we spot them. So in some cases, like I said, reacting to contact, either we're going to see them and we can set up our plan of fire, or they're going to see us and we're going to have to win that firefight immediately, right? The main thing to keep in mind is just that, it's going to happen either way, right? So don't get, like, we're going to talk about specifics here about how this is set up, but there are some things that, depending on the severity of contact, depending on the situation, right, it's going to, everything is met TC dependent. That's the main thing to remember. So we're walking through, we're keeping good eyes out, right? We're doing classic patrols, we're reacting to, not react to contact, we're trying to locate the enemy. So we're keeping our eyes out, we're looking around, doing all of our stuff. We're actually going to reorient south here.
This message brought to you by the New York State Governor's Traffic Safety.
I go through, As important to remain observant, one of the best ways to get schwacked is just turn your brain off. It's very easy when you're just holding W to kind of close out. Gotta make sure to keep your eyes open. Make sure you're staying aware. Contact.
Contact.
We are now perform react to contact. Everyone hit the ground. Okay. So typically the SL would come up here and do their recon, but I'm the SL, so we're here. So call out our contact, right? Our 3Ds, direction, distance, description. So southwest, 200 meters, enemy squad occupying buildings. Right, that's our 3Ds. That looks winnable, right? Squad of dudes, we're a squad of dudes. We can win that, no problem. So what we're going to do now is, we performed a react to contact, doing what we're doing. Now we're going to try to set up our actual squad attack. So with that, Alpha, we're going to pull back northeast. And then Bravo, once we pass you, if you guys want to step up and head back northeast as well. Okay. So if everyone would please, I'm going to send a link in Discord, and I want you all to open that up. Here it is. Just open that up, and I'll show you what we're working with here. So, a squad attack needs a few elements. The first is it's going to need an ORP, or objective rally point. So the ORP is a location the squad can fall back to either after the attack or if rallying in response to an ambush, IDF, or other enemy action which makes the attack untenable. Often the ORP is used as a staging area where the SBF and the assault elements organize prior to occupying the SBF, occupying other positions, and moving towards their assault. An ORP should be defendable and easily recognizable on the ground. Right, so when we made initial contact with the enemy up there, we don't want that to be our ORP, right? That's already exposed, and remember, if we can see the enemy, they can see us. Right, we've done the difficult work of trying to spot the enemy, and now that we've done that, we want to pull back to our ORP and be able to start planning out this attack. All right. So in this case, I'll mark this with an orange circle here. Got this ORP. Right. So from that ORP, the SL is going to make a plan for the attack. Right. So for those of you guys, obviously you guys weren't seeing it. Our objective is this area down here. Right. It's a few sheds. Sort of destroyed, down building, and a set of trees in the center. Right, enemies are occupying these outer edges and this back building here. So our job is to perform the attack to close with and destroy the enemy at that position. All right. So from our ORP, we're going to establish 4 things. We're going to establish first an SBF or support by fire position. So the SBF is a position that one team will occupy. This position is for that element to provide overwatch, suppression, and security for the squad and the attacking element as they're maneuvering. In cases where the squad is attacked on the move, this will typically be the current position of the team in contact, right? So where we made contact with the enemy was down here. I don't like that angle for the SBF, though, because we're kind of blind to everything from these buildings here. So we're going to step out a little bit, and I know for a fact there's a rock formation right about here that we can take up. So that position right there, I'm going to mark it with a blue square. That's going to be our SBF position. All right. Next, we need an assault position. All right, the assault position is going to be the last covered and concealed location near the objective where the assault element is going to stage prior to the attack. All right, we're going to give this one a red square here. And what we want to make sure, obviously this isn't BLC, so we're not focused on like picking these positions, but it's just good to be aware of this. We want to make sure it's as close as possible, preferably within frag grenade range. All right, so we want to be able to get up really close, throw frags, shock the enemy, and then drive right into the position. All right. And what's nice about this spot too is that if we've got our SBF position at that blue square firing down, let me give it a little arrow here. Yeah, firing down into there, we're assaulting perpendicular to them, right? So that means that we're going to have more time to get in there without the SBF position putting rounds on us, okay? So we have our SBF position, we have our assault position. Last two things we need a covered and concealed route for the assault element to take to approach the objective. I'm going to give this a red line here. It's a nice one here because we've got these trees here and there's an elevation difference, so that top part of the map up here, this is all downslope from the attack position. So we can swing around here and get into that AP and throw in. And the last thing we need is the limit of advance. So a limit of advance, or LOA, is the position safely beyond the objective which the assaulting element will assault through to. It's sometimes used as a rally point for the squad to reorg, if the squad will be continuing on mission past the objective after the assault, right? So I'm going to mark that with our orange line here. I don't want an arrow for that. I want that, right? So the basic idea is that our assaulting element, once they reach the AP, is going to drive from that AP down to that LOA, right? And once they get to the LOA, that is the conclusion of the attack phase. All right. Once they've reached that LOA, then we begin reconsolidation and reorganizing. What happens then is that the assault position, they're going to take up security positions along that, along that LOA, right, and make sure nothing is coming from other directions, such as the south, or from, I believe that's the west. Sorry, this map is flipped upside down. But they're basically going to provide security because what's going to happen now is that the SBF position, they are basically going to hike their happy little asses all the way into the objective. So the basic idea, remember, bounding, right? Basic fire maneuver. The assault position, the assault team is now set up within the actual objective, right here. And their job is to provide cover while the SBF element conducts movement into the objective and links up with everyone. Right? And then we consolidate from there. So that's the basic setup. We've got our ORP. From that ORP, we set up an SBF and an AP. The team that is assigned to the SBF moves to the SBF position, and there's a whole bunch of stuff that's going to happen in terms of coordinating where fires are going to get put down, setting up ranges, all that fun stuff. As they're doing that, the assault team is moving from the ORP along their assault route to the assault position. At some point during that movement, depending on how long the assault route is and what the SL wants, the SL is going to call for the SBF to open up on the position. The SBF is going to open up, they're going to put rounds onto the objective, right? Spot fires wherever they can, using their weapon systems, using their 249s, 203s that they've got it, and suppress that position. Once the assault team gets to the assault point, then the assault team and the SL is going to call lift fire. So that means that the SBF team is going to lift or shift their fire to somewhere else that isn't on the objective. And the assault team, from their assault position, is going to drive through and clear the objective. Once the objective is cleared, then the SBF team, they're going to break down from where they're at, and they're going to get all the way up to the position while the assault team provides security from the reconsolidation point. Okay? It's just a lot of stuff there, but that's the basic mechanics of it. Right? Like I said, fire maneuver. The maneuvering element, the assault team, does their maneuver, does their assault, while the SBF is their overhead team. Once that AP is set, once the assault team is set and they've cleared the position, then they are the supporting element while the SBF team moves. Right? And they all end up in the same spot. Questions, comments, concerns about that?
Question.
Oh, what's up?
The responsibility from the SL telling the SBF to open fire, initiate. can that be delegated down to the team lead of the assault team?
Absolutely. Typically, because of where the SL is, like it won't happen in this course because we are a bit small. But what's going to happen is that typically it'd be the FTL who's going to call it because they're at the head of the assault team, right? So they know more than anyone else in that assault group where that basically how close the SBF is to putting rounds on them, right? So it can be delegated to the assault team, to the alpha team leader or the assault team leader, if that is easier. Basically, whoever spots the danger first calls it, if that makes sense. Does that all track?
Yeah, it's more of a leading question.
Okay. But yeah, so with that, like I said, we've got a nice little diagram here. Let's actually walk through it. So we're going to exit out of this. We're going to come back in the game. So we are here to ORP. We open up our maps. Typically, this brief is going to be given by the SL. I'm acting as the SL. So everyone, please look on your maps. We are at this orange flag up here. The enemy that we spotted is about 200 meters southwest of us, occupying those destroyed ruins. This is our ORP. SBF team, you guys are going to push out north about 20 meters to that blue mark there. I'll even write it in. That's your support by fire. You guys are going to go there and you're going to set up rounds to put down range. Meanwhile, the assault team, we are going to be maneuvering to an assault position here. Red exclamation point. Call that AP. So assault team, we're going to be maneuvering from the ORP southeast, and then once we get under the line of that objective, we're going to then move southwest and then northwest towards that AP. Basic callouts. SBF, once you guys are set, you guys will, SBF, once you arrive, you guys will set your TRPs, get all your positions set down, and get ready to fire. On our call, you will open up and put fire down range. Once the assault team reaches the AP, assault team will throw frags, call shift fire, and then push into the objective. SBF, when you hear that shift fire call, you guys are shifting fire north to the road above the objective to make sure nothing comes in from that angle. Any questions, comments, concerns about that? Okay. With that, everyone on your feet, let's execute. So now, before we do that, everyone wants to walk over southeast here. Does everyone come with me? So typically, this would be whoever we assign as the SBF element. In this case, we'd assign Bravo, because that's the easiest to do. But if you guys want to get up here, kind of look around on the rock, because we're just kind of doing this for demonstration purposes. So this is our SBF position, right? SBF position should have good fields of fire to the objective. Needs to have good eyes over the movement of the assault elements. It moves to the AP. This isn't always possible, though. Have good view of the surrounding area and likely routes of enemy advance, and should be in range of most effective weapons in the team, namely the AR, AT, and 40mm grenade. So, at the SBF position, the FTL will work to position all members of the team in a way which ensures effective weapon systems are in range of the objective, and also that rear security is maintained. The FTL will also work to christen the ground ahead of the SBF element to create target reference points, or TRPs, which we can use to quickly place fire onto key terrain and man-made objectives. Right, the TRPs shouldn't be random. They should be associated with the enemy's ability to maneuver in the terrain. Right, if we see an area that an enemy could use to maneuver onto us, that's an area we want to place a TRP. Like I said, this isn't DLC. It's not focused on basically the setup of that from the FTL side, but it's important to know that that's what we're looking for those TRPs. Now, FTL basically sets it like so. Let's look out here. I like, what is the rightmost limit of that? Sorry, not rightmost. Leftmost limit of those cabins southwest. So basically where that southernmost cabin turns into the downhill area. We're going to call that left cabin scene. And when I say that, everyone else in the squad, sorry, not the squad, everyone else in the fire team will call scene. All right. Once it's seen, now as the FTL will say called left cabin. Right. So now if I ever need to put fire on that position, I can say team put fire on left cabin, right? We can start putting that down. Or team reference left cabin. And then we can use it with the rest of our fire commands, right? So that's the whole goal here. The SBF position is going to set up. They're going to mark out their TRPs. They're going to set up how they're going to put fire down on the objective, and they're going to do all that fun stuff. Now remember, their job is to not open up on the objective until the assault element calls it, right? We are trying to preserve the fact that the enemy is not engaging us yet, right? We control the engagement. We want to preserve that control for as long as possible. That also means it's very important for the SBF element to not, like I said, we're all on top of these rocks here, kind of chilling out. We should not be up here, right? Because if we're up here, remember, we can see the enemy can see us. We are very exposed in this position, so we'd be pulling back, right? We'd be setting up. We'd be like, all right, let's get like, little angles of fire, little fields of fire, and then once we're ready, right, we'll step out and we'll start putting rounds on the objective. So that's the SBF. Now, well, the SBF team is getting themselves set up here. The assaulting team is moving along their assault route to the assault position. All right. So, basic idea here, and I'm not going to walk us here. I'm just going to move us around. So this is kind of our assault route that we're going through. Right. Basic goal with the assault route, once again, is just to make sure that the objective doesn't have eyes on us. Right. If they put eyes on us, they can put fires on us, and the assault team is the most exposed during this movement. Right. So we want to make sure that we are preserving that security for as long as possible. All right. So we're pushing through. Going through. Now we're here. Right. Still haven't been seen by the enemy. Still haven't been seen by the objective. And then we're going to close in, and we're here. So we wouldn't normally do this, but I want to show you guys. If you want to step up here, this is our assault position, right? So this is the last covered and concealed position that we can take before we had to push into the objective. Note a few things here. This is something to note from the SBF side. This cabin right here, this is left cabin, right? So as the SBF element, right, you can make sure to put those TRPs on areas that the assault team is going to be basically moving through on the ground. So when you're shifting fire, you can control that shift to keep rounds on the parts of the objective that the assault team is not on, right? That's a coordination thing you have to work through, but that's something to keep in mind when you're placing those positions. But anyway, last cover and concealed position. Once we get here, what we're going to do is we're going to chuck frags into here. And then once those frags go off, we're going to push into the objective and start working through it piece by piece, right? Two things to keep in mind. First, remember basic fundamentals, right? Do not move without someone covering you. If you need to get into something, right, if you're in a position where obviously we're trying to keep our security towards the LOA, which is to the west, but if you need to turn around, if you need to take something from a weird angle, just make sure you're communicating that with the rest of your team. It's very easy to end up in a position where you push something that someone else is about to throw a frag grenade into, and congratulations, you've now taken a friendly frag, and it's your fault because you weren't watching, you weren't communicating where you were going. Now, this is lucky because this is a really close assault position. If it was further back, we would use smokes. So we'd throw out smokes, wait for the smoke to propagate, and then push through the smoke to get into the objective. That gives the SBF more time to put fire on while that smoke is propagating. But however we do it, the priority is to flood the objective with fire and bound forward. All right. We assault to the objective. We try to stay in formation as best we can, but once again, we're broken up by terrain and buildings, but we're still communicating whatever we're doing movement-wise. And then finally, we complete the assault. We make sure all of our buddies are okay, our team is okay, and then we distribute weapons. People are down with those, right? If our AR goes down, we make sure someone picks up the AR. If the 203 goes down, we make sure someone is picking up the 203. Now, if y'all want to follow me over here, let's say we're assault position, our assault team. We're doing our thing, bang, 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 shooting, clearing stuff out, doing all of our fun stuff. Obviously, these guys are up, but they'd be down. We get here to this big cabin. This is where we've set our LOA. And I'll mark it on the map just for reference. LOA, red. So, we've reached our LOA. FTL is going to call LOA achieved. SL is going to say, good work, Alpha Team. Bravo Team, in this case, our Bravo Team is our SBF team. Bravo Team, break it down. Pull in, Alpha Team provides security. So what Alpha Team does now is they're going to provide security from the consolidation point. Their goal is to make sure that nothing pops up, no one put rounds on the SBF team while they are moving towards us. Once the SBF team arrives, then we're going to perform a full reconsolidation of the squad, distribute weapon systems across both teams, get everyone plussed up on ammo and frags. Remember, the assault team is going to burn through a lot of their frags and smokes first, so typically we want to cross-load, pulling some of Bravo's equipment over to Alpha. And then once that's done and once we're all ready, then, obviously this is mixed in with Ace reports and all that stuff. And then from that point on, the squad is good to carry on into other objectives. Now, this is obviously a very controlled setting, right? We're doing very clear, this is our objective. Once we accomplish it, there's nothing else to do. Remember, in an operational setting, this is going to be rolled into other stuff, right? So it's not just going to be, oh, we are just attacking this point. It's going to be, all right, we're here. Now we're going to go somewhere else. We're going to go somewhere past that. And also, you have to remember, objectives are... The enemy isn't just going to be here, right? The enemy is going to be in other places, and they can move to counter our movement. They can move to counter our assault, right? So a lot of times what's going to happen is that you're performing hasty attack on top of hasty attack on top of hasty attack, right? So we're constantly alternating who's the SBF element, who's the assaulting element, how's that conducted? Is this going to be a really long movement like this, where we're moving 200 meters to close to the objective? Is it something where we're in a building, we take fire across the road, we have to get another team across the road and assault into it, right? That's as much a hasty attack as this is. Just keep in mind, be flexible. Those roles change, those positions change. The important thing, once again, is just to make sure that you're communicating, you're maintaining your basic movement and fire setup, right? One fire team is always covering the other fire team, and one fire team is always maneuvering under that other fire team's cover, right? We're always alternating, we're always doing that work, we're always making sure that we are maintaining those basic fundamentals the whole time, right? So, that's a lot of material, but like I said, it comes down to the basics. We perform our react to contact, we suppress the enemy, we attack, and we reconsolidate. That's it, right? There's a lot of other stuff here, but that's the main thing that you guys need to walk away from this course through. 4 basic steps, do them over and over again, do it for 2 hours, that's an operation, all right? Questions, comments, concerns about that?
Yes, I have a comment.
What's up?
Is it ever practical to just switch Alpha and Bravo from assault to SBF positions instead of cross-loading gear? Say you can't get a rearm done by us as Helios or whatever. Would it just make more sense to just have Bravo keep their gear, their ammo and everything, and become the next assault point if you're going hasty to hasty attack positions?
Yeah, in a situation like that, everyone would, you're not going to swap those systems, right? It obviously depends on the state of the fire teams, but both fire teams should be outfitted to do both fill the assault role and the SBF role on the fly, right? So when we talk about performing those reconsolidations and transferring those key vacancies, those are all done within the team, right? It's not like, oh, Bravo has no AR, so we're going to give Alpha's AR to Bravo. It's, no, Bravo's AR is down, so someone else in Bravo picks up the AR, and now they have the weapon systems they need to continue on. Now, if the teams don't have those weapon systems at that point, then we start dealing with all right, we are competent and effective, we need an actual resupply, right? We are not able to continue on. But like I said, it's Met TC dependent. Does that answer the question?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Anyone else? Going once? Going twice? Excellent. So what we're going to do now is we are going to hop into game, and we are going to perform this exact attack we just did, but basically one-way range. So we're going to be putting rounds out. The enemy's not going to shoot back at us. Still going to be favorite targets. But with that, if everyone would please swap over to in-game comms and mute Discord. All right. So we're back here at our starting position. I know we're a bit light on munitions, but it should be enough just to do one attack against favorite targets. Basic idea, we are here at the ORP. We're going to be conducting an attack southwest towards that objective. SBF team, you guys are going to be pushing to the south-southwest of here to take up the SBF position on those rocks. Once there, set up your TRPs, wait for a call for fire. Alpha team, you are maneuvering with me. We are going to be maneuvering south and then west to get to our AP. Like I said, during that movement, we'll call the SBF to open up. Assault team, once we get there, we'll throw frags, push in, get to the LOA, and then from there, we'll flip around and get Bravo team brought up while Alpha team provides security. Questions, comments, concerns before we step? Excellent. Alpha team, move with me. We're going to move in a file. Bravo team, head to your SBF position south-southwest and get your TRP set up. Alpha, let's move.
Alright, let's roll.
So, comms are on 39. You got me for him?
Yes, sir.
Good, copy. That's crazy. We're so much lighter without backpacks.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I feel so free.
Speak
Like
for
a horse.
yourselves.
Oh yeah, well you got the... Yeah, you played yourself on that one.
Well, I kind of figured I'll just volunteer myself because I had a feeling. I was like, oh, AIT and support by fires? Yeah. We're just going to do it all M4s.
Yeah. Alright, so we're moving here. Like I said, we're waiting for Bravo team to call when they're ready. Bravo team, call when you guys are ready to open up. Typically, we'd have another instructor doing that part, leading the other fire team, but obviously we're a bit short-handed, so we make do.
I'm actually surprised. There was a ton of signups. And like,
Yeah,
half
I
of them
know.
came out.
Are we...
Alright, Bravo's ready.
Alright, hold on. So we're short of our AP here, but we're going to let Bravo open up now to get some work on that objective before we ask them to do their shift fire. Bravo, this is Alpha. Good copy, all. You guys are good to open fire this time. And remember, they're opening up at the rapid rate. They're doing their stuff. We're not going to push towards our AP. On me. Alright, team, line on me, off my left, prep frag. Bolt, that means you too, everyone's got to prep frags.
I don't know if you wanted the gun up for security.
Nah, once we're here, we want to make sure we're getting as much explosives into the point.
Copy.
Alright, frags out.
Frag out.
Frag out.
Bravo team, shift fire, Alpha team pushing in time now. Go, 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 go. Boy, hold on.
Roger that. Bravo shifting fire now.
There we go. We want to make sure to wait for the shift fire call. Hey, Bolt, you want to swing around to your... Where you at, Bolt? Bolt, put fire on that objective. Myself and Blackburn are going to swing around southwest. I'm going to throw smoke. Never mind, I'm throwing a frag. Blackburn, push, push, push. I'll cover you. Bravo Alpha, lift fire. Alright, we're in. Bolt, we've got the position clear up here if you want to move.
Copy, moving in.
Alright, Blackburn, set security up here on this angle.
Roger.
Bolt, set security up here on me facing north. Bravo, this is Alpha. We are guys are good to move up to consolidate.
Roger that. Bravo moving up.
He does just not want to do this.
Contact north-northwest. Squad in the open, 100 meters. Engage rapid. Check mags. Bolt, what you got on Ace?
Ace, yellow boxes, green everything. Yellow frag, green everything else.
Copy. Yellow box, yellow flag, yellow frag. Blackburn, what you got?
Yellow 556 and yellow frag. Everything
Copy.
else is green.
Yellow 556, yellow frag. Good copy, y'all. Flint, if you want to set your guys up facing southwest and then get a ace report from your guys.
Alright, let's set up southwest.
Kevin Southwest.
And what's our ace looking like?
The only one thing I would say is I need to just reference high or low because I was scanning ridgeline.
I'm green ammo, I got 6 mags.
Yeah, I should have called that because there's like 2 surfaces they can be moving on there.
Green.
Yeah, I thought you wanted like a just dry fire, and then I suddenly looked down because I saw one of your tracers. I was like, oh, he's got targets low.
Near yellow.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Alpha Bravo with an ace report.
Bravo Alpha, send it.
Here, green across the board.
Good copy, y'all. Bravo green across the board. Alpha yellow 556 box, 556 mag, 556 frag. Green medical. Stand by. All right, and that's index. If y'all want to bring it in. All right, that's the basic idea, right? It's pretty straightforward. You know, making sure SBF, when you guys are ready, that you guys call up, you guys are ready to go. We were just talking as the assault team. Preferably, you want to have the SBF team open up before you reach the AP, just so the SBF has time to saturate the position before the assault team gets there. Right, it makes no sense if like the SBF team opens up and they haven't had a chance to kill anything before the assault team arrives. From the SBF side, everything looked good from our end, putting rounds out, doing all that good work, and then moving in. Alpha, good work, throwing frags, pushing in, keeping that communication, right, keeping that basic bounding as we're moving through, and then setting up security here, and then good work on the consolidation and the ace reports. Questions, comments, concerns about that before we get into our two-way range?
Just say that that would be a mad minute.
Yep, that is the informal term for it, is opening up at that rapid rate to make sure that there's enough time to saturate that position. That doesn't apply just for SBF, that applies for any sort of attack, right? That is the, like I said, that's the reference, just the basic idea of opening up at that rapid rate when you start the engagement, so you can put an overwhelming weight of fire down on the enemy and force them to get their heads down and get fixed into position, which allows us to do our flanking. But yeah, no one's got any questions about that. I'm going to teleport us to the next range here, and we're going to get assaulting on the two-way range. Stand by. Okay, so we're going to do some role swapping here. Flint, if you want to take the AR, Johnson, you're going to take FTL. And McLeod, you're going to take your rifleman kit. You're good with the kit you got. And then Bolt, if you want to take Grenadier, and then Blackburn take the 249.
Copy. Where is it putting these?
Alright, and when you guys are ready, if you want to step away from the box for me. Make sure I'm all good too. Okay. That's a lot of ammunition, Blackburn.
I'm never this class, so I wasn't sure how much to carry.
Okay, so if everyone wants to open up their maps real quick. We are... No, I have to remember where we are. There we are. Alright, everyone see that blue start flag?
Dane.
Okay. So, we have reports of enemies somewhere to the northwest of here, somewhere just north of that church. It's about 200 meters northwest. So what we're going to do is we're basically going to draw ourselves a nice axis here from our start flag to that church to further into the woods and see if we can locate that enemy element that's floating around in there. For this Bravo team, I want you guys taking the lead. Fill whatever movement rank or movement setup you guys feel is necessary. But like I said, just keep us on that northwest bearing around, let's say 335 around that angle. But yeah, Bravo team, if you guys want to take us out in that direction, and then Alpha team will follow up about 50 meters behind. Let's call it like 20 meters behind because of the terrain.
Alpha, Bravo on me. Bearing 230.
Alright, Alpha, let's do wedge heavy left on me.
Heavy left.
Correction, we're going to do wedge heavy right.
Copy, flipping.
Actually, echelon.
Ooh, it's fancy.
So one on each side. Yeah.
Echelon would be all of us on the same side, I think.
Oh yeah, no, what is it?
It's wedge.
Wedge would be one on each side.
Yeah. Wedge. I don't do these so much on SMS, so.
And you always call the heavy
Short haul.
is basically what machine gun,
Short haul?
what side you want your machine gun.
Alpha and Bravo, we've got 1 times LDA.
Good copy. Be advised, we should be safe up to the church. We're just going to blow through this.
Roger, blowing through.
Picking it back up.
Alpha on your feet.
Stick left.
Or wedge heavy right, so Blackburn if you want to step out to the right a little bit more. And then Bolt, that's going to put you on the left side of me.
Alright, so you want to kind of like a V setup too.
Yeah. Members, we're walking through once again. We're maintaining vigilance. We're keeping eyes out, making sure no Russians are going to come right through the woods at us. I mean, they're going to come through the woods at some point, but you want to see them before they do.
Alpha and Bravo arriving at the church time snap.
Good copy, Bravo. If you want to keep pushing, let's change bearing 350.
350.
Contact enemy checkpoint, bearing west.
Be advised that is a friendly checkpoint west. Disregard that.
Ah, okay, never mind.
Yeah, no, this map is covered with a ton of stuff, so it's like random
Jesus,
stuff
okay.
pops up like that.
No.
I was like, ah, we're gonna saw a checkpoint?
Alpha Bravo coming up on ODA.
Sure, hold.
Short haul. Alpha, stay put for a sec.
ODA plus contact 12 o'clock. Pull back.
Heard. Be advised, contact 12 o'clock. Looks like an encampment. Bravo Alpha, pull back to the church. Alpha, pull back. Get set up on this railing facing west.
Face north, Bravo.
Heard.
Alright, Johnson, come here. Open our map real quick.
I'm safe.
Okay. So enemy position is north of us, about 150 meters, red X there.
Yeah.
That wood line we just walked through, there look like a pair of good rocks just to the right of it. Set up an SBF position to put eyes down that trail. Alpha is going.
Rocks, yeah.
Yep. Alpha is going to essentially push out northwest, get across that LDA, and we're going to set our assault point about where is it? Here on that red exclamation point. See?
Striking a left.
Yep. So we're going to try to get perpendicular with you guys. Actually, sorry, disregard. You guys actually took first contact on that, so I want you guys to push in on the assaults. So Bravo's, sorry, Alpha is going to set up the SBF. Bravo's doing the assault. So you guys are going to push northwest from this church, get to that AP, and then once you're there, call the shift fire and push in.
Roach.
Alright. Teams be advised. Alpha, we are going to be working SBF. You're going to be tailing me. Bravo is going to be doing the assault. Bravo is going to be pushing northwest across the ODA to their AP marked grid ref 0472, TAC 0471. Teams, execute. Alpha with me.
Bravo on me.
Okay, so team, look out 334. You guys see that canvas tent out there?
Same. Yeah.
Call that reference canvas. And then to the left of it, on the other side of that trail, there's two, it looks like metal pillboxes with some sort of sandbag on top of them. Seen?
Same.
We'll call that reference metal canopy. So we've got reference, oh wait, yeah, reference canvas on the right and reference metal canopy on the... Sorry, guys. The one on the right is canvas, the one on the left is metal. Alright, the trail in between them. Ranges for that is going to be standby. Both are about 130 meters within small arms range. Blackburn if you want to get your bipod set up, and then Bolts if you want to get your GO ranged for 100, and then we'll start putting rounds in there once Bravo gets closer to the AP.
Copy, set.
At Whole Foods Market. Shop the Spring and Bloom
I'm set.
sales event with yellow sales signs throughout the store. And serve your loved ones Whole Foods Market seafood. Always responsibly farmed or sustainable wild caught.
Alpha, this is Bravo, Sunset Rep.
Seasonal flavors like their
Bravo, this is Alpha, Sunset Rep, my bad.
cake. Great for brunch or an after dinner.
Alpha Bravo, you should be good to initiate in 10 seconds.
Good, copy, initiating 10.
Contact.
And my nation up first. Engage rapid. Bravo, Alpha team's opening up. GL on canvas to the right.
Seen. Firing.
Johnson, rake metal position to the left. Put another GL out there, Bolt. Slow down your rate of fire. Bolt, switch to metal on the left.
Copy, ready.
Engage. Short.
Alpha Bravo, shift fire right. Copying, shift fire.
Disregard shifting fire right to the canvas. AR, keep engaging rapid, low on the tent. Bolt, switch to small arms.
Copy. Reloading. Click that one. Reloading.
Bravo, this is Alpha. We are lifting fire this time.
Alright, we should see him coming across the trail here in like 10 seconds.
Eyes on one. Front of metal.
See?
Seen.
Blackburn, you got a full box in?
No, I can reload though.
Alright, reload now.
Reloading. I'm up.
Bravo, this is Alpha. We're gonna call LOA on the northeast side of that canvas tent. Northeastern.
Be a lot better if we can just get contact back on us to give a good show of how this runs.
Alpha Bravo, 7. You're good to break it down. Oh. Good copy. We are breaking it down now. Time now moving to you. Make sure you guys have at least one guy covering that trail. Rog.
Alright, Alpha, move with me. We're heading northwest across this LDA. ODA. Yeah, so normally we do a full crossing for this, but just because we're trying to, get caught up with our element and consolidate, we're busting through these.
Bravo Alpha, what you got? Contact northwest.
Alpha, we're going to swing out west here.
Bravo, you are now acting as SBF. Alpha is going to swing out to the southwest and clear that contact.
Alpha, move with me.
Alpha Bravo, copy.
I believe he's down right there at 328. Oh, no, I see him moving
Contact.
right to left.
100 meters.
I'm going to mark us with white smoke here. Close.
No visual. Visual. Your left, your left. My right, here, straight. Reloading.
Bravo, this is Alpha. We are marking our position with white smoke. We are starting our assault time now.
Online with me, we're going to push northeast.
Copy.
Alright, halt here, LOA.
Yellow ammo, looks to be yellow, health.
I'm all green.
Alright, Bolt, stay where you are. Blackburn, come over here, set security facing down the trail. Watch that pathway there.
On our way in there.
Alright.
Yeah, I got
Copy.
hit like a couple times, I think.
And then give ace report.
I am yellow on box, green everything else.
Copy, yellow 5-6 box.
Actual
green everything
ace
else.
man ready.
Bravo, send.
Ace is as follows. 1 times black tag. Yellow 556 mag. Green crossbow.
Good copy, all Bravo. Be advised, Alpha is set up north down the trail about 100 meters. If you guys want to push down here and reconsolidate with us at this time.
Breaking it down the middle.
This is a good battle buddy helping out his AR. You remember that. Kiss your engineers next time you see them.
Bravo, set up security northeast.
Yep.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm never the AR, but that's fun.
Well, it's
Then
good
go
to
ahead
get,
and use
good to get experience on
stand
more
back there.
rolls.
Oh yeah,
And,
absolutely. I'm usually the Grenadier.
I play with the spicy sticks. Speaking of spicy sticks, what's the odds of a Bangalore mod?
It's doable. It's just, well, not, I mean, I just need to yoink the model, TBH.
Alright, index, index, index. All elements, bring it in.
Okay. So good work, everyone. Bravo, you guys got spotted on your movement. That's totally fine. That happens literally all the time. You guys reacted to it well. Had the SBF open up to provide you guys cover while you guys continue to push in and close on to that objective, which is good work. Alpha, good stuff putting the SBF down. Make sure, right, the terrain isn't always... well, let me teleport you guys, actually. The terrain is not always conducive to an SBF or an assault position, right? Sometimes we have the ability to tear the terrain out and fix it, sometimes we don't. In this case, right, we can very clearly see that tent out there, and we can see those metal shelters out there, but we've got big bushes in front of the way, right? But if we know the enemy's there, then we can still put fire on those positions. We can still use our 249 and our 302s to put grenades in and rake those areas, right, because it's suspected enemy positions. So just keep that in mind, right? We work with what we got. Sometimes you're just going to have, vegetation that's that close in that we can't do anything about. So just make sure you're always trying to find a way to put fire on those positions, even if you can't directly see into them. The other thing too, this was a planned hasty attack that turned into a genuine hasty attack when we had those contacts coming up the trail. That happens a lot. Right, we have this very nice, cleanly set out assault, and then we get attacked from another direction, and now we got to improvise. It happens literally all the time. That's something we just have to be prepared for, because it just happens. So good work transitioning that, and like I said, that's what I was talking about, quickly transitioning those teams. Right, the Bravo team that pushed in was now becoming the SBF element for the Alpha team that had just showed up to perform that assault around. And that's how it happens. So, Johnson, you had something?
Yeah, I just wanted to note that the contact that first came from the first runs, they were not going towards us.
Oh, they weren't? Oh.
Yeah.
Well then, SBF exposed themselves. That happens all the time too. There you go. Happens. But yeah, good stuff. Questions, concerns from anyone? Alright, with that, I'm going to teleport everyone again, and we're going to run it all again.
Jesus. I see where this one's going.
Cleo, you got something?
Yeah, can I use the bathroom real quick before we start?
Oh yeah, 100%. Real quick, if you want to respawn and grab the AR kit, and then yeah, run to the bathroom.
All right.
And then we'll swap it around again. So Flint, you'll be acting as the FTL, and Johnson, you'll be acting as the Grenadier. And then Bolt, you'll be acting as AR, and Blackburn, you'll be running as Grenadier.
Copy.
Copy.
Dude, I don't ever shoot the AR, so this is different for me.
Uh-oh.
And then while he's running out, if anyone else wants to go to the bathroom as well.
All right, I'm back.
Alright, back as well. Alright, so everyone, if you please open up your map.
Oh, yeah.
We are at the blue start flag, all the way at the northeast end of the island.
Same.
We are going to be pushing we're going to be pushing about 500 meters to the southwest to that red X there. We have enemy forces in that area, so we're going to close with and basically destroy them. So we're just patrolling in that direction. Once we hit them, we'll obviously set up our attack and all that fun stuff. Alpha team, you guys are going to... Yeah, Alpha's going to lead us out. We're going to be moving west along the wood line here, and then Bravo, if you want to tail behind, about 20 meters. And yeah, we'll make it happen. All right, Alpha, get on me, wedge heavy right. Bravo, tail behind. Let's boogie.
Wedge heavy right.
Mr. Moore?
Nah, there should only be 6 of us.
Oh, there he goes. He's back. Okay.
Who's our FTL this one?
Oh, Flint, that's you.
Oh, what? Oh, shit. I thought it was Pooh was doing it. Hold on.
It's all
I gotta
good.
grab him. Alright, I guess I'll do it again. I thought we were taking turns. My bad.
It's all good.
Patrol.
Alpha, we're rolling.
squad, we got an ODA short haul.
Contact south. Alpha, contact south. Get online.
Bravo, Alpha's gonna act as the SBF. Strike southeast, get around these contacts, they're direct south.
Bravo, you're the assault team. Strike right. Get around these guys. Hey, Flint, strike east of this area. Get your guys up on that trail.
Guys, move east. Break it down and move east. We're gonna try to get up on the east side.
AR red.
What'd you say, Volt?
240, 249 red.
Cop. Alpha, bring it down, scan and shoot.
Reloading box. Gone up.
Bolt, come over to me here. I set up on this side.
Still scanning and shoot.
A-firm, still scanning.
Contact moving south. 150, open tree line.
Bravo Alpha, be advised, we are not seeing any more contacts on the trail position, but we still need you guys to sweep in and make sure those guys are down.
Roger, we're trying to get eyes on now.
DL, location unknown.
Whoa!
Be advised, there's still a shooter up there, tossing rockets at us.
Hey, Blackburn, you got any more colored smoke?
I didn't bring any smoke.
I got white
Oh,
smoke on me.
Well, I got
someone-
white smoke.
Okay, someone shot a colored Geo round.
All mine explode.
Oh, okay.
Alpha, Bravo's moving in now.
Copy, Alpha is lifting fire.
Alright, we're lifting fire. Alpha, readjust yourself facing southwest.
Bravo, confirm when y'all hit the trail.
Alpha, Bravo's just past the trail.
if you want to plus up on AR. Got the arsenal here.
Alright, we're set. Holding security southwest.
I'm good.
Good, copy all Bravo, we're moving.
Alpha, break it down. We're gonna move south.
Copy. Contact right.
Contact west. Keep moving.
Bravo, pick up that fire officer in the
290 305.
305.
Sitting on the field. Got him.
Bolt, heavy gun pointing southwest in case something comes down.
Copy.
The next phase of the Telluride's journey has arrived. Meet
8 addition northwest.
Telluride.
Mag.
And a panoramic display. It packs a powerful yet stylish punch. Kia didn't just stop at great. They built it for the greater.
Bravo. Let's have you guys keep moving west to the next tree line. Alpha will cover you from here.
At Kia.com.
Roger. Bravo, let's push it west.
Have a nice day.
Moving west.
Stopping at a Kia.
Let's do a wedge heavy right.
Heard.
Now Alpha spread out here. Make sure you're facing west northwest. Just cover the trail.
Ma'am, that discount wasn't just for you, so.
Contact northwest, 100 meters.
Contact west north 306 roughly.
Heard.
The all-new Whoop is here. Now more advanced than ever. Train smarter, sleep deeper, recover faster. Extend your healthy years. Understand your cycle phases. Now 7% smaller with 14 plus days of battery life. So your data never stops, and neither does for you. Power your best performance with memberships made for every goal. Join Whoop today.
Bravo, calling you guys are set.
Bravo's set.
Copy, moving.
Alpha, pick it up. We're moving west.
Bravo, we're right behind you. Let's have you guys push west. We're gonna do a movement to contact into that set of huts.
Roger. Bravo has eyes on a structure west-northwest, approximately 100 meters out.
Good copy, all. If you want to slow push west, see if we can get eyes on any contact.
Alright, Bravo, let's move.
Alpha, we're trailing behind.
Bravo, if you want to hold up the fence.
Alright, let's halt at this fence.
Bravo's holding.
Alpha, we're going to swing out to the left here. Alpha hold.
Oh,
Bravo, push direct west to that hut there.
Okay.
Alright, moving direct west. Past the fence.
Alpha, keep eyes west and north.
I'm bumping to this fence line.
Blackburn, if you want to bump across as well.
Alright, moving.
Plan is to not go internal on any of these structures. We'll soft clear.
Audible. West.
Bolt, Blackburn with me. We're
West.
moving north around the fence.
Contact west.
Left side. Okay.
Stacked.
Moving. Whoa, contact northwest, corner of the reloading.
Bump.
Bravo, Alpha setting a base of fire southwest of you. Push across that angled house to your northwest.
Roger. Move there. Once you're set, call it.
Set.
Alright, let's move.
Alpha Bravo set.
Audible.
Bravo, we advise you got voices in that house. If you guys want to go internal on it.
Right.
Be able to see it from the outside. Alright. Johnson. Oh, shit. Keep your heads down around these windows. Go ahead and stack up on this door.
And Alpha, we're still covering for them. Watch west as well. Make sure nothing comes from that second house.
Ready when you are. Cover that.
Good shooting.
One down. That's good. 13. Clear. First floor clear.
Blackburn cover. I'm gonna put a new box.
Alright, I got you.
Alright, guns up.
Top floor clear. Alright, we're off.
Alpha Bravo cleared the building.
Contact, no contact.
Copy all, Bravo. Be advised, I want you guys to put cover down west on that road. We're pushing west to the last house.
Alright, let's get out of here. We're gonna hold security on the west down this road. Try to find a good position if you can. You might be better off going inside this building out, looking out the window.
All right, Blackburn, you're gonna bolt across to the west house. Once you're set, call.
Moving. I'm set.
Move, move, move. Bolt, come across.
Moving.
Blackburn, closing east on.
Yeah.
All right, doors right on this angle. We're gonna go internal and clear this house. Contacts inside. Bolt, get up on front. Take the lead.
You want me to breach or security?
You're a breacher.
Copy. Breaching.
Bolt, set up security west on this window. Blackburn, set up southwest, other window.
Bravo Alpha, what you got?
Alpha Bravo was shooting at contacts west-southwest down the road on the smoke, holding fire now.
Copy. Alright, structure's clear. Index, index, index. Bring it all into the center of the house, or the center of the compound.
Alright. So, same deal. Just making sure we're staying dynamic, making sure we're moving around, making sure when we're that movement team, right, that we're really exposed. I know there's a tendency when we're taking fire to put rounds out, but we really got to prioritize getting out of the open and getting into cover, right? That's why we've got an element covering our overhead, right? They're putting fire on the enemy, so we have our space to maneuver. So it's always important to, when you're maneuvering, especially when you're in the open like that, to not stop and to keep moving as fast as you can, right? Find that next piece of concealment and cover at the very least. Do not fight from the open. But yeah, it's good stuff. Questions, comments, concerns from anyone? Cool. So with that, we've got one last run through here, and then we will call it. Stand by for teleport. Alright, it's the last roll swap we got here. Johnson, you are taking FTL. Leod, you are taking GL. And Flint, you are going to be taking 203. And then Blackburn, you are taking the 249. And Bolt, you are taking the GL.
You said I'm GL?
You are the 249.
Okay. Gotcha. Bang, already set.
Pop yourself out. Make sure you're plussed up and everything you need to be plussed up on. And when you're set, you can just back away from the box and take a knee. Alright. So with that, everyone wants to open up. Same deal as before. We are at our blue start flag. We are going to be pushing to the west, try to make contact with enemies we believe are in that grouping of 3 structures there. Once we make contact, take care of them, perform the assault, and then set security afterwards on that road. Questions, comments, concerns? Excellent. Bravo, you're going to be taking us out, let's say bearing 290, and Alpha will tail behind about 20 meters.
.90 heard. Bravo, pick it up.
Alright.
Wedge,
Alpha, let's do wedge heavy left.
I totally forgot to grab mags.
I have a few minutes spare and I'll call it out.
Ready to hammer him with some GL.
Well,
Yeah, I lost 20 of them.
Alright, shoot to kill with one bullet.
Yep.
That's my bad.
Short hole.
Short hole.
Sure. Got ODA past that possible enemy encampment.
I got eyes on troops. 284, 271 meters.
Confirmed troops west 280 meters.
Copy. It's gonna be tough.
Just
Okay,
right
Johnson.
of the tent.
Okay, yeah. We're going to... Yeah. This is going to be weird for SBF. Push your guys west, try to stay in the tree line as best you can, but find a spot where you guys can dig in. We're going to strike right here and try to find... Oh, actually, I see that. Okay.
I would strike maybe left.
Well, because if we strike right, there's a tree line that cuts those two fields that we can move across with the
Yeah.
assault team.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah.
So, yeah,
Cutting
we're
through
gonna
there. Yeah.
change my color there. Okay. Yeah, so we're gonna move up with the assault team on that right side to that exclamation point. Call that our AP, and then push it from there. Questions?
No.
All right, sounds good. All right, Alpha.
Bravo
We've
on
got
me.
what looks
Stay
like our
over.
three structures up ahead in the compound. We're going to be striking right, and we're going to be pushing along a fence line to close in with the enemy. So, Alpha, we're heading north. Alpha on your face.
Bravo, calling you guys are set. SPF's been spotted. Copy, SPF, open up. Alpha, on your feet.
Push the wall.
Alpha over the wall.
Bravo, be advised, there's contacts in that third-story building on the left side of the objective. Roger, for engaging. Be advised, Alpha is at AP. We are assaulting the one-story building with the smokestack.
Hey, Alpha, frag in that one story.
Frag prep.
Alpha, Bravo, we
Frag
got
out.
one times, red tag.
Assault. Alright, we're gonna get ready to cross and clear through that 3-story, alright?
Copy.
Alright.
You want a 40?
Bravo, this is
before we
Alpha.
breach?
Lift fire.
Fire. Lifting fire.
Alright, Bolt, get across, get to that 3-story on the south side.
Copy. Moving. What's that?
Cross, cross, cross. Alright, Bolt, go internal. Blackburn, go up with Bolt. I'm gonna hold for a sec.
Roger.
Door right, door left. Open area. Swing left. We're gonna cross. Clear. There wasn't a way up to third,
Bravo,
right?
be advised. Alpha security set. You guys are going to break down your SBF. Move up.
Okay,
yeah, I don't know.
No, it just looks like this 2-story.
Alpha on Bravo. Copy.
Probably put your gun here, Blackburn. This gives you a pretty good elevation line of sight.
Alright, I gotcha.
Give call outs when you got.
We're gonna go adjacent from you, across the room.
We're breaking down.
Contact. Road.
Contact down the road northwest. Ooh, good shot.
Contact, audible. Alright, they're smoking. Reline, bearing
what you
west,
got?
moving left, right to left.
Be advised, we got contacts coming up the road west, coming through that white smoke. You guys want to keep moving up here, we'll get an assault through.
Roger, white smoke.
One possible, close, 25 meters west, bush. 40 out.
Preparing to strike right.
Movements, trees, west. Good GL. Watch out, friendlies moving to our north, coming through the white smoke on the right side.
Copy.
Team line.
The digital's coming up the roof.
Ship fired left.
Ship fire left turn.
Good fucking call.
Hey, Alpha, put fire on that church. Contacts in that roof. Geo,
Alpha Bravo, we're getting bogged down, suggesting you strike left.
Good copy, we're breaking down.
Alpha, break it down, get on first deck.
Watch fire.
Alright, we're gonna push west, we're gonna hit the church.
Copy.
Bravo, this is Alpha. We are moving on your immediate south. We're pushing up towards that church.
Immediate south there.
Shift to scan and shoot. Let's push it up 10 meters or so.
Blackburn, your breach.
Alright, breaching.
Just release push as soon as we can see something.
They're in this first building.
Alright. Steeple is clear.
Check the roof.
Yeah, Bolt, you want to check the roof up there?
Oh,
Contacts west.
I'm gonna just frag the top of it.
Whoa! Holy!
Was that from vertical?
Nope, that was west.
West.
Blackburn, get facing west. Let's put fire on those buildings. Holy.
Heard contact west.
Be advised, we've got contacts in that ruined structure just across the road.
Bravo, once you get to the church, call it.
Oh, I'm down.
Look up.
Push to the church.
Holy shit, Bolt, you got schwacked.
Yeah.
I think Hillbilly
Oh, we got this fucking drop your gun mod.
Yeah.
DL going out.
Even though the story takes place in 2016,
Johnson, strike your guys left, get across the road.
Popping smoke.
This is J.R. Jameson. My memoir,
Crossing
Hillbilly
to that
Queer, is
bush.
now on Spotify.
224.
Bolt, put a 203 in that right building with a roof.
Copy.
Start crossing.
Adjusting up.
Friendlies are crossing the road to our left.
I'm gonna reload.
Hey, David Packman here. You're looking for a political show
Reloading.
that doesn't leave you feeling more stressed. Check out the David Packman
Thumbs up.
Show. Every day I'll break down the headlines, debunk the nonsense, and keep
Heard.
you sane no matter what the political world throws at us. No spin, no shouting, no conspiracy theories, just real analysis, real news, and
Hey, Bolt,
the occasional
swap security
laugh at the
north.
absurdity.
Keep eyes on that road.
Follow the
Copy.
David Packman Show on Spotify and start listening now.
Button lift fire. Off.
Alpha, listen fire.
Let's get up.
Alpha Bravo 1 times red
Bolt,
tag.
bring it over here. Blackburn, come up here. Take this facing north.
Alright, okay. Should I go all the way up?
Yeah, probably should. It'll give you
Yeah,
the
'cause I
best
can't-
line of sight.
Yeah, because from here I can see nothing.
No, I'm saying face west northwest. Oh yeah, you're going all the way up. Okay. No, go ahead, go ahead.
Okay.
That'll give you the best view. You have the most rate of fire or visual too for contacts coming in.
Rapid left, probably. Where the peaks on this thing is.
Audible.
Structure clear.
One last structure. Northeast. Crossing. Set.
Crossing.
Alpha Bravo taking last structure times now.
Copy.
Taking. Wait, That's good. Okay. Holding up.
Passage clear.
Alright, moving up.
Second. Last structure clear.
Good copy, all. Bravo, set security north. Call up Ace when able.
Say security north.
Yeah, like right here. I think we'd be good for you, somewhere along this. Wherever you can brace your gun.
Hey, Alpha, we're gonna break it down, push across the road, link up with Bravo.
I'm on green.
Copy.
Copy.
Do you want a spare belt?
Let's see what I've got.
I'm carrying 2 for you.
No, I'm good. I've got
Push
4.
Alright.
IDF, IDF.
IDF. React to IDF.
Alpha Bravo IDF, reacting to IDF.
Hold on standby. Just smoke rounds, I think.
Alright, face that gun towards the smoke.
Alright, we're gonna bust the card to Blackburn with me. Okay.
Actual Bravo, Ace, Splinter.
Bravo Alpha.
You missed!
Ace as follows. Green, across the board.
Alpha, let's get up top, set up security.
Vehicle. Coming through the smoke.
Vehicle northeast. Enemy vehicle.
Enemy vehicle.
Hey, Alpha. Bar Vic.
Bravo,
additional
scan and
dispatch.
shoot.
Range 250. Engage with GL.
More contact coming up the road. Northeast.
Target, re-engage.
100 meters.
Range 226.
Good hit. Re-engage with GL.
GL black.
Heard.
Flint, 2 rounds. HE. 059250 range.
Alpha, scan and shoot. Alright. Bravo, get your ace up. Blackburn, Bolt, aces.
Red 556. Black GL.
Red, box, green, everything else.
On the ground, 1 box behind you.
Oh, thank you.
I'm just red GL, green everything else.
Red.
I'm green across the board.
Alright, all hands, that is index.
Let's get out on the road. Alright. So with that, same thing we've always been talking about, going to keep reinforcing. These are very dynamic situations, right? Teams assaulting, figuring out who's who's assaulting, who's the FBF, constantly alternating depending on the threats that are coming through, reacting appropriately to what comes our way, and handling it as best we see fit. Main thing, as always, to emphasize is communication with the teams, communication with squad members, making sure that everyone knows if someone's moving, someone's got them covered. If they're doing something that's unexpected, that they at least, people around at least know what's happening. Good stuff. Johnson, Flint, thank you guys for FTLing. Typically, instructors are supposed to be doing that, but obviously we're a bit short on instructors, so thank you guys for stepping up and filling those roles. You guys did excellent. As to everyone else, everyone else, period. Thank you all for attending, and congratulations. You've completed the Advanced Individual Training course. The training you've received here today will enable you to be a critical link in the success of your unit, company, and battalion. We look forward to seeing you in other infantry school courses and advancing your career pathway. With that, we are going to exit out of game, but we are going to stay in Discord. I'm going to give you guys the course feedback form, and then I can let you all go from there. So once again, exiting out of game, but staying in Discord.
Alright, perfect. That's the end to AIT. As Mazinski was saying, help us be better squad leaders, stuff like that.
And we're back.
I'll probably get another video up when I get another class that I can take.
Okay.
For the most part, I'm actually pretty far in my
Everyone's
classes.
here once again. Thank you all for
there's very
attending.
little I can take at the moment.
We are,
and that's
if you look on the chat in the channels, give any course feedback. Open that up and fill that out.